Hi everyone. It's been over a month now that we've all been working from home. So the directors at Cyberduck decided to close our office down pretty much a week and a half before the government announced that it recommends all businesses to do so. And one of the other things that we've been doing is looking at our business and thinking, how can we really make it robust and sail through this period? So one of the things that we did is build our own mission statement of how to address this particular business climate. One of the concepts that we came up with, stability. How are we going to remain stable despite the pandemic? The second concept is around growth and what we need to continue to do to grow in this slightly different environment that we're in. And three is why working together is going to be absolutely imperative. So to steer your ship in the right direction, it's imperative to support your team and suppliers. One of the cornerstones of our strategy is to be very, very concise about what we're meaning to do and how we're communicating that. And I'd say that clarity affords focus in times of uncertainty. So, as I mentioned, being stable is absolutely essential for us, and cash conservation is really, really important, and it's all the rage at the moment. At the same time, don't stop your outgoings. You need to continue to invest cash where it matters and keep the cycle of business moving. But you do need to look at your expenditure. So you might have subscriptions that you're no longer using. You could and should negotiate your rent down if your offices are empty. You're not getting that value. You can also look at reducing salaries and furlough schemes to retain staff who are, let's say, less busy during the period. These are all valid mechanisms that you have that you can use. You can also look at removing non-essential benefits, including things like extra pension contributions, at least for the time being. The thing that you need to bear in mind, though, is you may be tempted to close down one of your offices if you have several, but the realities is when you do reopen your offices to business as usual and you've closed one of your offices down, it's going to cost you a lot of time and money to find another location and move everything, so you really have to think carefully. I also would urge you not to pause recruitment. There are certain roles that you're going to have to continue to hire. I mean, we've hired quite a few people since the pandemic. Obviously not everyone that we wanted to, who we would have hired if business was as usual. Yeah, and I think when you think about sort of stability and expenditure, you need to act fast, otherwise you're just going to drive completely in an angle into a wall. So you have to manage your expenditure, but don't be too radical and drive off a cliff. I've seen some businesses who are just like, no, we're not spending any money at the moment, which is mad. So you have to be decisive, but also weigh up the impacts of decisions. If you're not spending money on your upgrading your website and security, what's going to happen? You're going to fail, aren't you? The second concept is around growth. So our focus at the moment is supporting clients and helping them to seize and find opportunities through very pivotal and groundbreaking platforms. As an example, we've won one particular really good client from the travel industry who saw this opportunity of downtime as an opportunity as growth, to invest in some strategic thinking and projects that they can't normally do because of how busy they are. So there's plenty of opportunities out there. You could undertake bids with competitors, you could look at various charitable projects and even get funding for them. So we're looking at a couple of those at the moment. One of them is for one of our favorite charities called Good for Good, and another is with another partner of ours called Huddle on some sort of NHS initiative that they're working on. So we're actively partnering with different people, whether they're parallel agencies or even competitors. Now, it's important to think about how you can be a remote first business. We've been lucky enough to have people working remotely for over 6-7 years, so it wasn't new to us, but we're using various tools as an example, like Miro, where we can run remote workshops with clients, tools like Zoom that you've probably all heard of, Slack, and ClickUp and various other tools that really enable us to work remotely. Obviously, you need to be creative with how you sell your business. You mustn't stop spending time and money on marketing, and if you do need extra cash to grow, at least in the UK, there's various kind of CBILS schemes or Corona sort of backed government schemes that basically allow you to borrow money. We can only really get through this turbulence together. So this is the third point I wanted to say, through togetherness. We need to be having open conversations, not only internally, but also with suppliers and even competitors. And it's not easy working from home. I mean, some of us have young kids, others live in sort of shared flats with flatmates. So, but it's really important to be creative around how you work, plan your time, and if you are a manager or a leader, allow your staff to work at flexible hours. So yeah, all of us need to continue business as usual as much as we can. And the traditional kind of, I guess, way of thinking about a business, which profits come first, just throw that out the window. You need to focus on, survival with some sort of slim margin at the moment, and just get back to the basics of running your business, paying the bills, investing, and most importantly, good luck and see you soon.